So now we're off and we don't need any gas. Pretty cool. Plug it into your wall and away you go. So let's see how we make out. Off to Saskatoon we go. You ready? No comment? All right, here we go. So we are going to drive to Saskatoon and pick up groceries with my little sidekick in the back here and see what this is all about, to see how our range is. We're starting with 100%. It was plugged in all night. We're gonna use the iPhone as a dash cam, so to speak, so stay within the rules of the law. Won't be touching the phone, won't be answering calls or any of that kind of stuff. It's just purely for filming while I drive. That's it. No different than dash cam. And I've got cardboard laid down everywhere for Monkey's hair there. Tomorrow I'll give it a bath and detail the inside, and just in case some of her hair comes loose, as always. And well, that's it. We're gonna have a nice little video here about the smart car, because many people have asked me what it's all about. Like, what's the range? How long does it take to charge? So last night I charged it up. I wore it down to nothing the other day. I charged it up overnight, and we just drove to Saskatoon and back. That's it. So easy. It's actually, well, good on fuel, but it doesn't use fuel, just electricity. I'm really impressed with the car so far. Enjoy the trip. I'm going to edit out all of the drive time just to save time, so you're not watching me just drive around. That would be not fun, so we'll just stick to the commentary and we'll go from there. So we just came off the highway, and although capable and a bit of a windy day, it did okay actually. Had some crazy looks when you're driving by and passing one person. It just looked like you're crazy. It's kind of funny actually. Turns more heads than my Corvette did. It's nuts. But anyways, did well. It took almost 20% of the battery to drive on the highway for the length to get to Saskatoon, and we're down in Idlewild area now, and just cruising. So construction areas, this absolutely is designed for in-city driving, 100%. It's comfortable, it feels good, it's easy to park, and just cruising around here. We're doing 50 kilometers an hour right now, and it's barely, like nothing's, it's just lots of power. And speaking of power, this has a lot more power than the gas version. That one, you seem to give it gas and it takes a little bit to wind up. This one, it's instant and just off you roll. So that part's pretty cool. I like the little extra jam for sure. Chachi's got a good view out the back. So unfortunately with her hair, it still gets in there even if we have the cardboard down and stuff like that. So when we get back, I give it a bath and a detail, and make it perfect for the next owner. Well, we have to spend time in the stuff, you know. It's the only way to know if there's something I need to fix, or the questions that people are asking me. Like, it's nuts, you know, all about the smart and having an electric car. Like, we're passing the Husky station here, and there's 2 cars pulled in there, spending a pile of money, and of course gas has gone up with that new carbon tax. And well, we're just gonna go do our thing, go back home, plug it in. So we'll pay for it on our electricity bill, but not very much. So that part is kind of cool. Jumping around from grocery store to grocery store and go and do your thing, awesome. I mean, if you're gonna drive to Edmonton, it's not that great for that, for sure. You're not gonna be, there's not enough stations, etc., etc. If you're gonna do that, set up yet. That's coming, I guess, but not at this time. So for now, did you notice how quiet it is? We just went over some rough road there that they're working on Idlewild Drive, and it's very quiet actually. Not bad. And they have, this part here is the sky roof, and you can pulse across. You can do that, and that'll actually, create a little bit better acoustics, I suppose. Not so much echoing off the glass on the top, but overall, yeah, it's a pretty quiet little car. Not bad for something this size, and zipping around. And we're back up to 50 kilometers an hour here. We're just keeping up with traffic nicely. This one's got air conditioning, so we can turn that on. Give us a little break here. It's not that hot out. Of course, it's probably better with the wind. I opened up a window today, but with Monkey there in the back, we'll have hair everywhere, and I don't want to have hair everywhere. I got a great vacuum, but I don't need to challenge it today. No thanks. So we'll just turn on that, and it blows nice and cold. And it's, you know, I would expect it to be sapping the battery power right now, and it actually doesn't. So nice and comfortable. It's actually a neat little car. I love the fact that it's got the sunroof. That really makes a difference, you know. You don't feel boxed in. Even though you think that this is a really small car from the outside, there's actually a ton of room in here. I'm 5'9", roughly, and I got loads of room here. The seat is almost vertical up. I could lean it back and move it back some further, of course, but for my short legs, they work fine. And they just got lots and lots of room here. How's your room back there, Chachi? Hey? How is it? Lots of room, hey? Yeah. There's a video on our website that explains where the storage is for the power cords for this car and how all that stuff works. It's all there. If you visit, I'll attach that to this video as well, so you can jump over there and see all the pictures and like a little walkthrough of the car. This is more purpose for the driving and to answer questions about range and how it feels. You know, from, I don't know, must have been 5 emails this week since we've launched that and brought it out of storage and put it for sale. So this will help with that, and it's just a neat car. I'm pretty impressed with it. I've driven the Smart for 2 gas-powered ones in the convertibles over the years, and I always thought they were, you know, just a different, quirky little car, you know, fun, but here, this is just something so different, you know. It's like you don't hear the engine, there's no exhaust smell, there's no nothing. You got lots of power, and yeah, the rest of it is just like a normal car. I mean, you're not driving a Tesla here, but still, like, it's neat. So without spending a pile of money out of your wallet and then having to spend more and more on maintenance, you got no oil changes to do. Really, you do your brake service, you know, and change your, what else would you do? I don't think there's anything else for maintenance wise on this, you know. Plug it in, you know, if you have anything go wrong, we can certainly service that stuff of it. But you know, it's going to have the same sensors on the you know, wheel speed sensors, things like that. That's going to be the same as a car, I would think. But you know, if that comes up, we can deal with that. But so far, you know, in this one we don't have to worry about that. But you know, in the future, if it does, just like any other car, except you don't have engine problems. This is kind of weird to wrap my head around, just exactly that. There's, you know, I've been around engines and that kind of stuff all my life, and well, this is different, totally different. Oh, this one's got heated seats, by the way. We're not going to use them today, but that part is nice. I like that. Even the steering on these things, it's very, well, like a BMW or a Mercedes car for sure. Very tight. You know, you move the wheel like I'm doing right now, and you are moving. It's very responsive that way. Well, we're almost at our destination. Pick up the groceries, and then we'll start heading her back home. Get back on the highway. Are you happy? Yeah, we're happy to be in an electric car. So typical battles of the traffic. You know, that part is not going to change anytime soon in Saskatoon. It has certainly gotten worse. And of course, along with that, parking. So the one really, really nice thing about this car is it is super, super easy to park. Yes, if you have an issue with parallel parking for any reason, you will not have it with this car. Super, super easy. Okay, gonna pick up the food. Hopefully Monkey there doesn't jump in the front seat. You stay there. Give me more to clean when I get back. And, well, that's it. We'll carry on our journey. Okay, we're back. Got a basket of food here. We're good to go. Normally I would stick that in the back, I guess, you know, when we had the gas-powered ones. But this time we're just going to put in the front seat because we got a little passenger in the back seat here. And off we go. So again, easy to maneuver around. That was a pretty tight spot there. Pedestrians here, let them go. True Canuck style. Boy, I tell you, when I'm traveling around, it's amazing how many people they'll almost run you over. It's crazy. But Canadians, we don't do that. Let them go. Be courteous. All good. Okay, so quick trip. Now we're on our way back and we are at 70% of the battery. So we used 30% so far. It says we got 60 plus kilometers to go. It definitely does better when you're not trying to do highway speeds, of course, especially with the wind in Saskatchewan. But around town here, this is what it's designed. It's just awesome. You know, say we'll take the scenic route home. We'll go down to the Mawassan Trail area, like along the river. We'll drive that way home. Since we're in Saskatoon, that's the prettiest spot. Might as well make a trip out of it. I know if my wife was with me right now, she'd want to do that for sure. So I'm going to jump over here and just do that right now. So we're down around Midtown Plaza right now, Scotia Center. This is our Sunday drive, by the way. Thought I would make this, my time to go and get groceries and stuff like that for the day. Got a nice smile from somebody going across the street there. They even turned around and a big smile on their face. Look at that. You'd think I was driving a $100,000 car or something. Crazy. Yeah, Saskatoon, all the ice is breaking up on the river now. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. People walking in the park. I got my shorts on, and there's a guy with his shorts on. There we go. Everybody else is still bundled up. I've seen a couple people wearing their shorts. Not too many, mind you, but there's a few out. So we are doing really good here for power-wise. So it hasn't barely moved just driving inside the city. You can see it moving when we're on the highway because it's working to get the car up to speed. 100. I think I was doing 117 kilometers an hour. So and people were still passing me. Some people, not all, but so you're cruising along at that. It's working to get it up there. That's where I lost my power. Or I'm spending my power, I suppose you could say. And right now, going through here, it's barely moving at all since I've been inside the city. So, well, there was a guy just in front of us roar his engine and speed off. He's driving a Jeep Grand Cherokee or something there, and it looks like probably a V8 from the sound of it. So my response is, if I gun it as well, there's just no beady noise like that. It's kind of funny, actually. But we can do the same. You ready? Watch this. Okay. Boy, we got power there. But we better slow down. No noise. That's for sure. So if I was a policeman and I heard that engine roar, I would look and probably give the guy a ticket. But in this, if you speed, you don't hear the engine noise. Not condoning speeding or anything, but what do you say to that? They're not going to hear you. Big difference. The Mawassan Trail today is packed. People out, walking around. Awesome to see. Well, we all know the roads suck in Saskatoon. They are pretty bumpy. You can see this. But still, we've driven down here in lots of other cars many, many times all summer long. And it's pretty much the same in any car. But it's handling it like a champ, which is my point. So our destination was on the east side, up by 8th Street, Victoria, and 8th Street area. Now we are back on the outskirts of Saskatoon, up in, what's the section called? The scenic route on the Mawassan Trail. We're on a Silverwood Road. There we go. Silverwood Road. Always look both ways, more than once. You never know who's coming out. Now we're on Edelman. There we go. Almost back to Warman Road, and then we'll start heading home, see how our power is holding up, and might just keep on going a little bit further. We'll see how we make out when we get close to Warman. Like I said, on the way in, the highway sap the power a bit, but we'll see. Around town it's been really good, actually. I'm pretty impressed with. That's the new bridge right there. And we got somebody driving in front of us that is really, really slow. Crazy. So we're just gonna go around them here. Well, now we're at the part where that train derailed here a month or two ago. And, well, they still haven't fixed the road yet, of course, because it's still frozen ground. But it's really rough. It's rough in our Acura. This is gonna, well, we'll see how this reacts. Not bad, actually. No different than the railway tracks in the city. That was actually pretty good, especially for a short wheelbase. I'm impressed. So now we're heading back up to highway speeds here. We'll see how much we get zapped for, how much power it takes to get her up to, you know, highway speed. And so now we're going to put the cruise control at 110 kilometers an hour. There we go. We'll lock her in now. Oh, now it's on. Huh. Turn the cruise control on first. There we go. Just like all the imports. Cruise control is set at 110. Relax a bit here and see how we do with... Oh yeah, now you can see our needle moving a bit. It definitely thrives better between that 50 to 80k range. It does really, really well with that. The needle barely moves at all. Percentage of battery. So right now we're at like 52, somewhere in there. About half. And we're almost home, so it's actually done really well. It never ceases to amaze me though. People pass you, or you keep up with them in traffic on the highway, and they're just like, they're in awe over cars like this. It's crazy. For argument's sake, we're doing exactly the speed limit. Of course, on this road, everybody, you know, drives 10 or 15 past that. But, you know, for the test of how much power this is going to consume and how long we can go, etc., I think it's best that we just locked it in at that and not drive those limits. Once you get used to it, you know, for whoever buys this, if you're watching this video now and you come by and buy this later, if you want to do that, once you get to know your range, it's going to be like, you know, changing your socks. You'll know exactly what to do, how far you can go, what speeds to do if you need to push it, etc., etc. So that's going to make a difference. For right now, I'm super impressed. Like, we're good. We're pushing what, 43% right now, and we're probably 2 kilometers from Warman, first overpass anyway. Or the bottom of the overpass part. So I think we're going to carry on to the second one and then come back, go over the new overpass, and go back into town the long way, drive through town. Oh, it's nice to be on the new part of the highway. Boy, is it ever smooth. Coming up to the new overpass now. We'll take the Warman exit. Oh, we got a little bit of raindrops coming down now. Okay, so we are parked right now. And do you notice that? That is 123.9 per liter, mostly tax, and now even higher with the carbon tax. So it kind of makes sense on a little electric car like this. I'm impressed. So here we are. We made it all the way back. We are back home now, autosource1.ca, and well, we've got 30% battery remaining. So we went all the way to Saskatoon and back. It says we have 26 kilometers left to go, but that doesn't seem right because, well, we got 30%. We used 70% of the battery to go to Saskatoon, back, drive around, tooling around Meewasin Trail, and got our groceries for the day. That's exactly what this car is designed for. I did feel that the highway, in my opinion, sapped the power for sure. You would be very happy with the mileage. Inside the city, because that's exactly what it's designed for, and you can tell that. You can just feel it in the amount of power, et cetera, that you have, especially when you're battling the winds on the highway. Around town, this is perfect for that. So you have a condo or a little house, whatever, and you don't want to be driving a big SUV or just need a go-around car without spending a pile of money, this is your car. So plug it in when you're not using it, go do your business, and come back and plug it in again, and that's it. Don't worry about it. How cool is that? So, that said, my name is James Paquette. This is AutoSource1.ca, and this right here is Chachi. You have a good trip? We had a good trip. Thanks for watching. This is our Sunday afternoon. Now we're going to the dog park. If you have any questions on the smart car, feel free to give me a call, 306-249-1600, or drop me an email off the website. Thanks for watching.